Good morning, everyone. It's Heather here with Magical Soul Tarot. I hope everyone out there is having a fantastic Friday morning so far. So this is basically just going to be something new I'm implementing. As you guys know, I've been changing things up just a little bit. So every Friday I'm going to do a weekend read ahead. Just see whatever comes up, whatever cards are flying out. This is definitely not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. It's going to be for a select few. And everything that comes through might not resonate for you. There may be bits and pieces that do fit. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's not going to be sun, moon, sign, anything like that specific. So we're just going to hop in and see what we can get for the weekend ahead energies. Okay. So we have the King of Wands. It came out sideways, so I'm going to see that one as a challenge, actually. Not really negative, not really positive. It's more than anything about embracing or dealing with this kind of energy. If you are dealing with the King of Wands, you could be having, I don't want to just say battling, but almost like combativeness within when it comes to a situation with one. If this is you battling internally about, action-oriented things in your life, taking charge, charging forward, taking action into your hands. When it comes to Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups is the card of cutting loose ends, cutting dead ties, walking away from situations. And it's not as painful as the Three of Swords, and it's not like the Six of Swords where things were so turbulent that you couldn't keep your head above the water. It's a little bit different. The Eight of Cups to me is like gently walking away, just releasing and leaving them behind because you know that something is no longer serving your soul. So whether this is you finally stepping up into this King of Wands energy and taking action and leaving things behind, or it's you deciding to really cut ties and leave behind King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Take it as it resonates. What else can we get? Justice reverse, the Magician. So you guys have been, I feel like you've been working towards something for quite a while and it hasn't panned out. And I feel like the reason it hasn't panned out is because you were tied to or attached to these situations, this Eight of Cups energy. It's going to be necessary in order for, really, time to turn in your favor, but in order for you to really manifest a change of things. If you're holding on to things that really don't serve you, it's really hard for the universe to come in and kind of gift you certain things, people, energies, put you in certain places if you're still clinging and holding on to something that's not going to fulfill you at the end of the day. What else can we get? We have the Two of Pentacles. So there was an imbalance or trying to find some balance. Maybe juggling, again, it feels like a decision. Some of you have been juggling this decision for a while, whether or not to move forward. I feel like there's really no justice here. There's such an imbalance that it's necessary to release something. I'm not saying you have to release a relationship in particular. For some of you, it could be that. Just gonna be real. For some of you, though, it's maybe releasing mindsets or ways of being. Maybe you need to embody this King of Wands energy versus something that's a little bit more lax or a little bit more, go with the flow. It's time to take action and really be discerning when it comes to what you're bringing in, what you want to manifest, your future. Okay, those just popped right out. What else can we get? Yeah, needing to make decisions, choices, take a chance on something. What are we taking a chance on? So we have Two of Wands. Hanged Man, we're going to keep that one upright too because that one feels like that's it. Yeah, you've been sitting with the situation for quite some time. You have the Fool card here and you have Two of Swords. I'm sorry guys, if you can hear my cat, I apologize. She's in a mood today. Katniss is feeling herself. Two of Wands, yeah. Making a decision what direction you're heading, what you're going to go after, what's inspiring you, really where you want to place your energy. What you want to build your future on. Hanged Man under the Eight of Cups. Again, seeing things from a different perspective. I feel like for a lot of you, it's come down to crunch time. You've had to pull back a little bit. Maybe some of you have pulled your energy back from a situation, or even like physically pulled yourself out of a situation, and you're ready to start something new. The Magician and the Fool card. I mean, come on. This is the journey starting. This is you manifesting things, manifesting change. So let me see if I can. Sorry, guys, we're going to get a glimpse here. If I could just. That way you guys can at least see some of the cards. I do apologize because you guys know I'm working with my phone here. So only so much girl can do, right? Yeah, with the Magician and the Fool card here, you guys are trying to manifest something that feels amazing. It feels like a new beginning. It feels like a fresh start. So this weekend is definitely about focusing on the new and leaving behind the lack and what doesn't serve you. You have 2 of Swords, 3 of Cups, deciding what's going to make you happy. Also maybe making decisions when it comes to love, when it comes to friendship. You know, if you do have to leave behind certain people, places, or things in order to move forward in your life, that's not always the easiest decision, but it's necessary. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. All about opportunities, all about growth, all about new beginnings. It's abundance. I mean, it's beautiful. So what else can we get for the weekend ahead? 7 of Cups reversed, coming out of disillusionment. You guys know I only take reverse cards if I'm called to take them. If it's leave it, I leave it, I left it. So you guys are coming out of a point of indecision. You're no longer confused. You're no longer, I feel like, overwhelmed a little bit by the situation. You're really deciding to put your best foot forward and step up and into that energy. I'm going to be real, though, because I'm just not getting this. That's fine. Some of you could be making a decision, like, to leave things behind because of the King of Wands situation, because this is falling on top of that 2 of Wands and then underneath. It's either some of you are finally seeing the light when it comes to a King of Wands energy, or because you're embodying this energy, and then some of you are seeing the light because of it, because this energy has really pushed you to that point. 6 of Cups, some kind of healing. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Hanged Man. Yeah, you guys are taking a good hard look at what you're pouring yourself into this weekend, what you're going to put your efforts and time into. Really what's going to be beneficial and what's pouring back into you. 6 of Cups, healing. It can be a card of like reconnection, reunion, past connections. But to me, this signifies some kind of healing that's taken place. It's like you guys are releasing something in order to really bloom again, to blossom, to flourish in your life. Something's been dead weight for you for a while now, and it's been holding you back. You're going to cut those dead ends. You're not going to keep that. It's not going to serve you. What else can we get for the Lovers reverse? So some kind of imbalance right now in the situation when it comes to relationships too. Some of you could really be postponing a choice or decision that needs to be made, and that's maybe part of this process. Maybe if this is particularly about love for you and needing to cut ties, it's like you've been suspended and you haven't, made a decision. Some of you could very well be making a decision between 2 people also, because you're coming out of this state of sadness, of depression, of looking back, of nostalgia, of longing. You're no longer paying attention to the cups that have spilled. You're really focusing on the cups that are left upright, because that's what you want to move forward to. You want to move forward to things that are going to bring you happiness, reciprocity, mutual admiration, love, cooperation, balance. Yeah, you're making some kind of decision because there was an injustice here. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to you guys making the choice. You're going to have to make a choice. This is coming out like a straight love reading, so we're just going to go with that. I'm going to get some clarifiers, though. I'm going to use my Golden Universal Tarot deck real quick. Okay, so I want to clarify this Lovers reverse, because that one's really standing out to me. This Lovers reverse, what is this about? Okay, that's too many cards. You do have the Knight of Wands here. So maybe somebody had an in and out energy where they weren't fully committed, or they weren't fully in it with you, if that makes sense. They just weren't really sticking to their word or staying committed. And so that in and out energy, I feel like it's been pretty toxic for you guys, because you're like, yeah, it's been toxic. It needs to be released. 10 of Swords. A cycle that needs to end, a decision that needs to be made. We're going to grab one more card on that Lover's card. Why is this Ten of Swords reversed? Why is this being delayed? Because, okay, so some of you could totally be seeing a light when it comes to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like the decision has been delayed because something needs to come out or something needs to be said. There was maybe possibly some, some deception that comes up or something you find out. I'm not trying to freak anybody out here, scare anybody, but if you've had an inkling for a while that you were disconnected from somebody and, things haven't really been panning out as far as energies goes and like they haven't really been committed or wanted to be committed to just you, there's a good possibility that you might be seeing some kind of clarity or something, and that's what's pushing you towards the healing, or the healing itself is pushing you to be like, okay, what is this shit? What is this shit? I don't want it. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not taking this. I don't need this. Who's this King of Wands? Is this King of Wands? What is this King of Wands about? Who is this King of Wands? We have opportunity. So yeah, some of you could definitely, I feel like that's a definite option and opportunity coming in. What is this Three of Cups about? This happiness, this choice when it comes to happiness. What decisions need to be made? Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and Three of Cups. So it could definitely be releasing some kind of third-party situation. It could also be releasing control and allowing things to happen the way that they are. This could be stubbornly wanting to sit and not make a choice because someone is, not wanting to let go of a situation or a connection here. And this Justice card reverse, what's this about? I can grab the cards. Oh, the World card, yeah. So it's about a cycle that I feel like needs to be completed because there was no justice here. There's no balance in this situation. Whatever the situation is for you, there's no balance here. What's the Seven of Cups reverse? What are we coming out of when it comes to disillusionment and not knowing things? What are we finally seeing the light on? We have Hanged Man. Okay. We're seeing the light because we've gone within, but what else? What are we seeing the light about? Eight of Pentacles reversed. So somebody not putting the work in, somebody not putting effort in, not wanting to, not really dedicating time, energy towards a situation. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, if you're definitely dealing in a situation where your energy is not reciprocated, you're coming to a situation or an end point where you're like, I'm done. That Five of Cups reversed, it's like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Yeah, Emperor energy here. So some of you could be dealing with Aries. There's a lot of fire on this table, and yeah, you have the Emperor, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. There could totally be three people in this situation. Let's be real here. Cards are gender fluid, so a man could be a Queen of Pentacles energy or Queen of Swords. This is what the situation, because this is clarifying that Five of Cups. So someone's deciding to come out of a situation that has, again, I'm getting strong third party here where this shit just wasn't panning out. It's like you knew there was a reason why they weren't putting in time or effort. You kept looking at the red flags. You kept seeing indicators. You're like, okay, it's time. I need to cut this. I need to heal. I need to move forward. And you can't manifest and bring things and change into your life if you're holding on to something that is that toxic for you, whereas literally like a ball and chain holding you back. Oh, these three cards, though. Some of you could definitely be finding out about something. Yeah, that Emperor, he's just in the center of this, like, perfectly in the center of these two, just sitting there on his mighty throne. Obviously, he needs to step in his divine masculine energy and not do this, but it's okay because whoever this is for, you are coming out of this. This Five of Cups upright is sorrow. It's I'm so country, sorry guys. The Texas is coming out. It's sorrow. It is sadness. It is, it can feel like devastation at some point. But reverse is beautiful because that's release. And that's what you want to do in this kind of situation. And maybe it's about someone coming to a point of release. Let's see. Because this could go with it being completely general. It could go so many ways. Some of you could have been in a third. Wow. Well, there's the Queen of Wands. So this was a clarifier. So now we have 3 energies coming into this play. Yeah, some of you could have very well been in a situation where you need to make a decision between multiple people too. Or you are connecting with someone and you are no longer stressing over a situation where someone has multiple options on the table and they're not taking anybody seriously. It doesn't feel like there's seriousness to this at all. This feels like it's just someone that's trying to enjoy his life, have his fulfillment here, make himself so happy, but at the end of the day, it's causing other people pain. Or this is you finally deciding that you're going to go after something that's fulfilling for your damn self and releasing. Yep, because you're healing. Okay. So whoever this is for, I just want you to know that it's okay. Because whatever you're moving from that has been toxic, you're heading into much better waters, much better energy. This is fulfillment. This is that 9 of Cups. This is something you fulfill for yourself. You know, he does look a little, he has a smug look on his face, but let's be real. If you're in a situation where somebody was that toxic and you're going after other shit that's going to really benefit your life and be good to your soul and be good for you, you feel a little smug. Like, okay, I left that behind because I got better shit to do. I need to work on me. I need to heal. I need to move forward. And then I feel like the universe comes in. Let's see what we can get with that Temperance card, and just, I feel like that completely changes the game for you guys. Yeah. Stability. This is some stability. This could be an earth sign that's coming into strong, stable, wise, grounded, solid. It's that father figure, you know what I mean? Doesn't have to be a man, can be a woman. This is just someone that knows how to make their money, but also is very giving and generous. I'm at the high, yep. So not only are you becoming spiritually more in tune and healed, you are becoming abundantly healed and, I mean, more solid, more stable, more grounded. So that's beautiful. So whoever this is for, don't let that shit weigh you down. Shit's coming around. It's changing. The wheels started once you finally release something that is not going to benefit you in the long run. That might not be the easiest pill to swallow or the easiest thing to hear, but sometimes it's necessary. And yeah, I'm going to give my Taurus tough love here and say, if you're in a situation and you have that inclination and you feel like that gut feeling's telling you, you have the signs, you have the red flags, you have this whole situation kind of laid out in front of you, you pull back and look at the big picture. Yeah, move on for yourself. Move on for yourself, because you should value yourself enough to not put up with that kind of energy, because no one deserves to put up with that kind of energy. Yeah, that's what I got. And then I'm just going to grab, I very rarely get to use this deck, so I'm going to use, it's the Queen of the Moon Oracle. What can we get for weekend ahead? The masculine, boundaries. Just saying. And we have protection. Okay. Can we just talk about these 3 real quick? Because, damn. Let's talk about this. Protection, masculine, and boundaries. And then we also have creation. So I feel like that's part of it too. Like whatever you're going through right now is going to birth. Let's see. Creation. You guys are going to have to bear with me. The Beaver Moon. Creation. You can create your own destiny. Be industrious. Every creature on earth creates. You should welcome the process of creation, save money and time, have your reserve. I am a mighty creator. It is my birthright to create. There is a good reason for the saying, busy as a beaver, for the beaver is truly an industrious animal. Like the beaver, we too can create with industriousness and vigor. Everyone is creative, not just those who are considered to be artists, designers, musicians, and writers. We all can encourage to think more creatively, to solve problems outside of square solutions, to invent new ways, and to imaginatively break new trails. This is a moon of taking action. So let's see, we have protection, Boundaries and the masculine. Okay. Protection. Your higher power is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in this case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of a beautiful new moon. Here is our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel we need some support from the universe. The support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Let's check out this masculine energy and see what he's working with right now, because some of you, I feel like, are going to be embodying this too. You're going to be kicking some shit to the curb. It is time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have way more power than you think. It is time to formally learn more, enroll in a course, or learn a new skill. Offer your protection to someone weaker. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. The Australian Aboriginal deity of, I'm not even going to butcher this name, encourages us to observe the laws of the land and to appreciate the beauty around. The traditional positive attributes of the masculine are strength, physical vitality, power of will, shielding and protection of the weak. They are important for anyone to adopt, no matter their gender orientation. I feel like this is definitely universe protecting you, you protecting yourself, you focusing on moving forward into something, and then we're going into boundaries, and then we're going to wrap this up, guys. Judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Simplify. I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. In times of sickness or, say, the presence of very strong emotions such as grief, we often naturally simplify. We cut out all of the extras that are too hard or too complex at the time. We might not take up an invitation to an event we might have to work at attending. We might only choose to spend the depth of our heart and time with a few people rather than many, and we become vastly sensitive to those we now discover take their unfair share of our energy. All right, so that's going to be it for the weekend ahead. I am sending lots of love and light to you, and I will see you guys next week. All right, bye.